Shalom, shalom, man. This brother Isaiah, man. I just wanted to come with a few scriptures, man. Just hopefully to edify someone, you know what I'm saying, and help somebody, you know what I'm saying, with some things that you may be going through, things that all the bruise you're gonna eventually go through, you know what I'm saying, and so that you can be aware, man, what's going on in Israel, and so that you can know that, hey, that this real, man. This not Christianity, man. And don't, you may come into this truth and you may think that, okay, you made it and, all is well now, you know what I'm saying, that it's going to be nothing but love. It's not going to be that. When you come into this truth, you're going to find out that this is when the battle started. This is when the war just began, you know what I'm saying? This is when all the things come to light, man. Mostly, you're going to see that all Israel, not Israel. You know what I'm saying? And the quicker you learn that, the better off you're going to be. You got to have to learn that. All Israel is not Israel. I don't care, how many fringes the nigga got. I don't care how many hair wraps the sister got. Or it's a small percentage of Israel that's going to be true and faithful to this thing, man. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have a small amount, a remnant of Israelites that you can trust, man. That's just what it is. Judah, give me Matthew 26 and 14, man. Matthew 26 and 14. Read that.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 26 and verse 14.
Read that.
Then one of the 12, called Judas.
Called who?
Judas. Iscariot, went unto the chief priests, and said unto them, What will ye give me? And what will I deliver him unto you?
You see that? So when you come into this truth, you got to realize it's going to be man. You know what I'm saying? Judas is still on the scene. You're going to have men willing to betray you, to sell you out for, hey, they want to sell you out anyway. And it's not going to take much. You're going to find out that his brothers and sisters that had the evil eye on you since the day you came into this truth. Was mad that you came out of darkness. Why was mad that you stopped destroying yourself. Why you got Pharisees sitting at the door. They don't want to go in, but they blocking the door so others don't go in. Read that again.
And said unto them, What will ye give me?
Read it from the top.
Then one of the 12, called Judas Iscariot, went unto the chief priest.
He went to the chief priest. Another thing that you're gonna find out in this thing, and that you got the chiefest of man spying on you. You're gonna have, hey, women in high seats, man, worried about what you doing. You way down here. And you're going to find that out, man. You're going to find out you got evil, wicked Pharisees in this thing spying you out. Because they heard of you, right? They seen you. They watch you. The Most High always gave you that glow. You just a simple man. You just a simple woman. But it's something about you that the chiefest of men, the chiefest of women is checking up upon you, right? Read that verse 15.
And said unto them, What will ye give me? And what will I deliver him unto you?
Right. And you're going to find out there's people around you that's going to be willing to get with these people to sell you out, man. Because they always want to sell you out. They always had an evil eye for you, man. Know where you at. Read.
And they covenanted with him for 30 pieces of silver.
You see that? What they call it in Psalms 83? A tumult. For 30 pieces of silver, man. And I think and you can go back in the law, 30, if your ox, that was like the price of an ox, man. 30 shekels of silver. And the point is not for much. A brother or sister that wanted to betray you, they don't take much for them to finish betraying you. Only thing they need is a little boost, a little push in the right direction, and they gonna betray you, man. That's what we facing here.
A shekel is 2/3 of a quarter.
Damn. You see that? A shekel is what?
2/3 of a quarter.
Man, that's bad. That's bad, So he betrayed him for literally nothing, man. Give me read verse 16.
Verse 16. And from that time, he saw opportunity to betray him.
You see that? So they waiting for that moment. Hey, you got to know where you at, man. You got to be circumspect and realize that this is war. From the moment you sign up into this thing, it says, give me that Sirach, what's that? Sirach, got the pocket for?
Yeah.
Prepare thy soul for trouble. Right, bring that out. You got to know the moment that you sign up for this thing, it's going to be war, man. These demons going to come out of everybody, any and everybody.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 2 and verse 1.
Read that.
My son, if thou come to serve the Lord.
Hey, if you want to do this thing, get your mind right. Read.
Prepare thy soul for temptation.
No, prepare your soul for goodness.
Prepare thy soul for temptation.
No, everything's going to be fun, dandelions and butterflies.
Prepare thy soul for temptation.
Hey, you got to prepare for temptation, man. Because it's coming down. You see? Read.
Set thy heart aright.
Get your mind right, man. Read.
And constantly endure.
Hey, constantly endure, man. You got to, hey, the things that we've been through, what I'm finding out, the things that you've been through in the world, the betrayal that you receive from your family, from those close to you, has always been preparing you for this moment. Don't think that you coming to this truth and things gonna change. It's gonna be the same thing, man. But if you made it out of that and you overcame, you can overcome this, man. Right? Christ had to be betrayed. Who are you? Who are you? Right? Who are you? You gonna get betrayed by the chiefest of men, by women, by those who you thought that loved you. This is gonna happen. Prepare your soul, man, and constantly endure. Right? Give me Judah, give me 1 Samuel 18 and 10. Give me that, man. 1 Samuel 18 and 10.
This is the book of 1 Samuel, chapter 18 and verse 10.
Read that, man.
And it came to pass on the morrow that evil spirit from God came upon Saul.
Now, an evil spirit from God, from the Most High, came upon Saul. Watch this.
And he prophesied in the midst of...
Imagine that. Imagine that. Now, you got an evil spirit on this man, yet he's prophesying. You see that? You see that? So our people got to know, just because, hey, this man can know the deepest, darkest parables, breakdowns, and the evil spirit be on this man. We got to know where we at, man. Just because a man prophesy, just because he know the deepest, darkest parables, hey, man, an evil spirit can be on that man that hate you, right? And you don't know the deepest, darkest parables. All you know that you going to die for them sheep, and he hate that. He's not going to lay down his life for the sheep like you will. And he sees that, and she see that, right? Yeah. They're going to sit around and let these uncircumcised Philistines blaspheme the name of the Lord and just sit around and do nothing. But you, just a lad, just a youth. You willing to come and take down, hey, the greatest of those nations. You willing to die for it by yourself if you need to. And they despise that. Read.
Of the house, and David played with his hand, as at the other times.
Right.
And there was a javelin in Saul's hand. And Saul cast the javelin, for he said, I will smite David, even to the wall with it.
You see that?
And David avoided out of its presence twice.
Read.
And Saul was afraid of David.
You see that?
Because the Lord was with him.
Hey, the Most High is with you. So you're going to have men, you're going to have women, hey, that's preparing to smite you. Right? Try to catch you off guard. Hey, but the Most High going to deliver you every time. Right? Even the world will tell you, hey, you better be afraid of that person that every time that you try to kill them, despise them, hey, set them up, the Lord delivered them. You better be afraid of that man and afraid of that woman, man. Because the Most High is with them. Right? Give me Sirach 12 and 10, man. We got to stop thinking that all Israel is Israel. You don't know what these people doing behind doors, man. Some of these people beating their wives. Some of these people still smoking weed, right? Some of these men don't work. They don't labor at all. They have no calluses on their hands. Some of these grown men got softer hands than you, Judah. And you 10 years old. They getting up in the morning. They sleeping till damn 11:30 noon. Right, getting up, taking the damn hour and a half shower, then putting on baby oil and damn baby powder. Man, these brothers, and then get out there on the highways and byways and try to wave a hand. When you baby soft, man. Smelling baby fresh. You got no stains on your work boots, no nothing. You ain't even got steel toes. All you got is a line of clean-ass Jordans, man. Read that, man.
It's the book of Sirach, chapter 12 and verse 10. Never trust thine enemy.
Hey, man, never trust your enemy. Your first instincts to tell you, man. There's a spirit within, man, that just lets you know, man. And our people got to start paying attention to that. To that warning. Because every time something go wrong, we always say, I should have followed my first mind. Hey, the Most High always tell you, right? Right before something happened, you hear it before it happened. Keep reading.
Never trust thine enemy.
Hey, and all it takes for you to see somebody evil eye you one time. Don't ignore that. You look to the left, you find you catch a brother evil on you. Hey, that look is real. Don't ignore that, man. Never trust thine enemy. Read.
For as iron rusts, so does his wickedness.
And a lot of our brothers and sisters got the spirit of Esau. They said, wait a minute, ain't that the script for Esau? Yeah, it is. A lot of our brothers and sisters got this very same spirit that came within them. And they waiting for an opportunity to kill you. They despise you.
That rough spirit.
That wrath spirit. That rough spirit. Right. Bring it out.
In the prosperity, though he humble himself.
A lot of these brothers fake. You know, what's up, Shalom, but behind your back, man, you this, you that. You can't do this, you can't do that. Right? I could do this better than this brother. Right? But when in your face, they, Shalom, Hey, this is what's going on in Israel. You got a lot of Christian covered Israelites, or a lot of Israelite covered Christians. All they is Christians, man. This is same spirit time that's that old man. This whole thing is about loving your brother and loving your sister, man. If you hate your brother, you in darkness until now. I mean, you being led by a wicked, evil spirit, man. Finish that out, Judah.
And go crouching, yet take good heed, and beware of him. And thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast wiped a looking glass. Right. And thou shalt know that his rest hath not been altogether wiped away.
You see that? So eventually, a brother's, a sister's true colors will show. It's just a matter of time. But you got to see these things before it happens. Right? Is there more on that? Read.
Set him not by thee.
Why? You can't put him by you. Why?
Lest when he hath overthrown thee.
Because he's looking to overthrow you.
He standeth up in his place.
You see that? Take your place. That's what Saul wanted to do to David, man. He wanted to stop David from becoming what he was becoming. He seen the greatness on David, right? Want to overthrow you, right? You got evil man and wicked woman just like this, and that'll shalom you to death. You hear me?
Yeah.
Give me Psalms 31:1, man. You got to be prepared to walk this walk alone, man. Hey, as many times David found himself alone, man, in caves, right? Without food, on the run. Hey, that's the true walk of this. And anybody know, if you've been in the world, you know, if it's a crowd of brothers, it's one, maybe two people in that crowd that's really about what they talking about. You gonna find out when the bullets start flying, hey, them niggas gonna run. It's gonna be one or two brothers in that crowd that's really ready to hold that down. That's why I don't like crowds. Because I know 99% of them niggas is fake. And they only there because they weak. They yes sir men. They're followers. They're weak men. Right? But when stuff get real, hey, them brothers will betray you. And you learn that, man. Give me that. Psalms 31:1.
Psalms 31:1.
Read that.
In thee, O Lord, do I put my trust.
Hey, put your trust in the Most High and in the Most High alone. Don't put your trust in man. Don't give your strength over to a woman. Hey, sometimes, hey, man, you can't even put all your trust in a woman and your wife. Put your trust in the Most High, man. You hear me? Read.
Let me never be ashamed. Deliver me in thy righteousness.
You see that?
I got a precept.
No, just read that.
Bow down thy ear to me. Deliver me speedily. By thou, my strong rock.
Right, so we need to pray these prayers. Because you got, like the Bible says, man, you got man plotting on you right now. Don't think You don't think because you 10 years old, man, there ain't nobody plotting on you. Don't be naive. You got grown witches, grown warlocks that's plotting on you right now. You got evil man looking at you and saying, I hate that little nigga. I hate that little nigga. I want to destroy him. Don't think because you 10 years old, they not plotting on you right now. And don't think they not plotting on your mother and your father. And Israelites like us with a pure heart that only want to see our people prosper. That only want to see our people wake up and come back to their nationality and pick up their heritage and run with it. Right? To know that they the sons of Jacob. That they the daughters of Zion. And that we are the children of God, man. You got people that hate that on the outside, and you got people that hate that on the inside. The Pharisees are multiplying. That's what you're going to find out. That the Pharisees are coming back upon the earth, and they waking up. Judas did not know he was a betrayer. He didn't know he was a Pharisee. Right? The Pharisees thought they was upright. They thought they knew the law until Yahushua came on the scene. Right? It was the light that revealed the darkness. The Pharisees thought that they was it. The Most High is raising up man after his own heart. That's what's going on now. Give me that. Verse 3.
Verse 3. For thou art my rock and my fortress. Therefore, for thy name's sake, lead me and guide me.
Right? Read verse 4.
Verse 4. Pull me out of the net that they have laid privily for me.
You see that? This was even happening to David. You got women that privately, they making traps for you to fall in. Setting you up, man. And without the Most High, you're going to fall in these traps. But the Most High made David aware every time. He delivered him. And that's what you need. But your eyes, you got to have a mind of war. David wasn't a soft man. He knew about war. He knew about, sir. Give me 1 Kings 22 and 22. Let's pull out the deuce. You gotta be able to discern things about certain men as soon as you see them. You gotta know these things. Our forefathers was on that. A man can walk in the room and our forefathers could read that man, read that woman. 1 Kings 22 and 22. You got that?
Yeah. It's the book of 1 Kings, chapter 22 and verse 22.
Read that.
And the Lord said unto him, wherewith? And he said...
No, not that. Give me First Samuel 22 and 22. Salakia. 1 Samuel 22 and 22. The deuce. That's what we call it. The 22.
1 Samuel chapter 22 and verse 22.
Yeah, that's it.
And David said unto Abiathar, and knew it that day.
Read that again. He said what?
And David said unto Abiathar, I knew it that day.
He said, I knew it that day. Read.
When Doeg the Edomite was there.
That what?
That he would surely tell Saul.
Right. You see that? He said, as soon as I seen this Edomite, I knew everything that he was about. I knew that he would snitch. I should have killed him. That's what David said. As soon as I seen him, I knew it. And certain men, certain women, as soon as they come around, you know it, man. You see it, man. But sometimes we being mortal man and mortal women, we ignore it, man. Those things can't be ignored. The Most High put that spirit, that discernment in you for a reason, right? To slew these men and these women. Not physically, but spiritually. Get these people away from you, man. Give me John 6 and 66, man.
John 6 and 66.
Read that.
This is the book of John, chapter 6, and verse 66.
Read that.
From that time, many of his disciples went back and walked no more with him.
You see that? Hey, you got to be prepared to walk this walk alone. If Yahushua, if they turned their back on Yahushua, what do you think they're going to do to you? What do you think when the heat turn up? What do you think when the weather get cold? Right? When things are not profitable, right? When other men secretly have offered you something that you may perceive to be better. So that's what's going on behind the scenes. You got man that's being offered other things by other men. Why you got men being seduced, man? Women being seduced to betray you. Right? Read that again.
From that time, many of his disciples went back and walked no more with him.
Dang. Read.
Then said Jesus unto the 12, Will ye also go away?
Right. Read.
Then Simeon Peter answered him, Lord, to whom shall we go? Thou hast the words of eternal life.
So you got brothers, man. Everything is written in this book for our learning. You got men that will swear up and down, man. Hey, I'm always real. I'll never do this. I'll never do that. Yeah, they will. Yeah, they will. We all men. We're all subject to vanity. Right? So you got to put your trust in the Most High. Right? Don't put your trust in man. Man's going to fail you every time. Right? Because Peter said, hey, then Yahushua said before the cock crow, you're going to betray me thrice. 3 times. Yeah, you will leave me. Right? Stop thinking that man won't betray you, because they will. Stop thinking that your wife won't betray you, because she will. Didn't Eve betray Adam? Right, so all these women, they come from Eve, man. That's their mother. Man got to stop thinking that you stop thinking your wife won't betray you, that your children won't betray you. Right? Give me that.
Verse 70.
Give me that.
Jesus answered them, Have not I chosen you 12, and one of you is a devil?
You see that? So in every crowd, in every gathering, hey, there's a Judas. At least one, and maybe 5. Give me that. Think not that I come to bring peace but a sword. Give me that.
Matthew 34:10.
Give me that.
No, 10:4. All right. It's the book of Matthew, chapter 10 and verse 34.
Read that.
Think not that I come to send peace on earth.
But what?
I came not to send peace, but a sword.
But a what?
But a sword.
But a sword. So don't stop thinking that everything's going to be peaceful, man. The Most High came to cause division. He called to separate, man. You're going to see that, hey, some of the disciples, they walked away. Hey, the Most High, it's just like any basketball team. You got the preliminaries. You know what I'm saying? It's called open gym. When basketball season start, they got a thing called open gym. And open gym, you're going to find out it's going to be about 50, 60 basketball players in there. Right? Because everybody can shoot the ball. We're not practicing yet. There's no suicides. There's no what you call there's no hard work yet. There's no affliction. You see? You just got the ball and you can shoot. Everybody want to do that. That's the first day. After that, they're going to take the ball away. You're not going to dribble the ball. You're going to run. The coach going to run you. He going to see who won it the most. That second day, hey, that group going to go from 50, 60 people to 20, 30. Right? The third day, he's going to run you more. You might dribble the ball. You might just pass to one another. Then you're going to start hearing people complain. Man, why we can't shoot? Why are we doing? That's how it happened in the truth. Man slowly start falling off, right? Because this is not what they thought it was. They didn't prepare their soul for trouble. They wasn't ready for the affliction, right? And then you get all the way to the final cut, and you're going to find that it's going to be about 12 men left. And out of that 12, he might only pick 8. You see? So it's going to be some qualified men, hey, that might not make it. You just might barely make it past another man. Right? You had a precept?
It's the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 7 and verse 20. For there be many that perish in this life, because they despise the love of Yahweh that is set before them.
Right. And that's what you're going to find out. You're going to find out that man out here that you may esteem and look highly up to behind closed doors, they don't keep the commandments. That's why the Pharisees are multiplying. Why? Give me that Luke 6 and 42. That's what you're going to find out. That's going to be the disappointing letdown in this thing. You're going to find out, hey, that these brothers behind closed doors is wicked. These sisters behind closed doors is wicked as hell. And you got to be aware of that coming into this truth, man. Not everybody that say they Israel is Israel. One thing that I learned that the Most High showed me a long time ago is no matter where you at, niggas is gonna be niggas. That's just how it's gonna be. No matter where. Hey, when the Most High come up, he gather us up in the chariots. He take us over to the wilderness and set us down. We walking with Yahweh Shah. Hey, niggas is gonna still be niggas, man. It say that. It tell you that. It tell you that in Ezekiel. That he's gonna have to let's get that. Ezekiel 20 and 33. What did you have a precept?
6:42.
Give me that.
It's the book of Luke, chapter 6 and verse 42.
Read that.
Either how canst thou say to thy brother?
Give me 46.
46.
Mm-hmm.
Why call ye me Lord, Lord?
Right.
And
that's what you're gonna hear. And it's truth. Yahweh Shah. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna hear all the Hebrew dialect. You're gonna see the secret handshake. You're gonna see the extravagant meat trees. You're gonna see the warlike beards. You're going to see all the deepest dark breakdowns. But what? You're going to see these men calling, hey, Yahweh Shah, Yahweh Shah. Bahashim, Yahweh Shah. Read.
And do not the things which I say.
But you're going to find out behind closed doors, these brothers don't keep commandments. And that's the truth about it, man. Behind closed doors, these brothers not keeping commandments. These sisters do not keep commandments. Read.
Whosoever cometh to me and heareth my sayings, and doeth them, I will shew you to whom he is like.
What is a man that does the work? What is a man that reads these words and actually does them? What is he like? Read.
He is like a man which built an house and dig deep.
He dig what?
And dig deep.
Hey, this is a man that's firmly rooted. You'll find that a man that keeps the commandments cannot be shaken. You'll find out a woman, hey, that's keeping the commandments, you can't tear her down. Because she's firmly planted, right? She's walking with Yahweh Shah. She loves the Lord, right? And those the women that we out here fighting for. Those the women that we salute. Those the women that we honor. The women that love Yahweh Shah. The women that do what he says, right? You're going to find out you can't shake her. You're going to find out you can't tear her down. You're going to find out that she going to stand strong and she going to watch you fall. That's what you're going to find out. That the Lord going to prepare a table for her in the presence of her enemies, right? The Lord going to make you her footstool. She going to walk over you to get to where she need to be. And you're going to watch it. That's what you're going to find out. You're going to find out that man like that too, that love the Lord, and he's going to break them from a low place, man, and set them up. Right? You're going to find out that you can't tear them down. You're going to find out that these men going to watch you fall. That's what you're going to find out. Read that. What else is on there?
And when the flood arose, the stream beat.
That was it on that. Give me Matthew 26 and 55. Because what you're going to see, man, a lot of these men, hey, man, they heart's not in this, man. They heart's not in this. They doing it because, look, and they got 30, 40 men out here. It look nice. And look, we get to holler at the Esau. And you know what I'm saying? We get to all of us out here. It's a group of us. It's cool, man. It's the cool thing to do. It's fun. We're having fun. Hey, man, going out there and seeing your people like that ain't really fun. That's not really fun. Though you get joy out of bringing the word to your people, it's not fun seeing your people. Literally, you watching the prophecies unfold. You seeing these spirits that's of stupor that's blinding your people. You seeing that they're being destroyed from the lack of knowledge. And you seeing that Esau know that what you talking about is true. And he'll smile while he watch you bring it out to your people and your people reject it. Because he know exactly what's going on. That's not fun. That's not fun going out here and seeing our people destroyed. Read that.
In that same hour said Jesus to the multitudes, are ye come out as against a thief? With swords and staves for to take me?
So hey, it got real. This when the bullets start flying. Hey, you had a lot of men walking with Yahweh Shah. Hey, but when these men came to kill him, you gonna see what happened. When the stuff get real, this is what you're gonna find out. You're gonna find out it's one or two that's really in this thing, man. That's what you're gonna find out. And you gotta prepare your soul for that. Read.
I sat daily with you, teaching teaching in the temple,
and
ye laid no hold on me.
So Yahweh Shah saying I'm innocent. I've been walking with you every day. What's up with this all of a sudden? Read.
But all this was done that the scripture of the prophets might be fulfilled.
Read.
Then all the disciples forsook him and fled.
They did what?
Forsook him and fled.
Hey, when stuff that's what you're gonna find out, Judah.
Every single one.
They forsook him and fled, man. You gonna find that out, man. You're gonna find out that the Pharisees. You're gonna find out that you got a lot of people in Israel saying, Lord, Lord. But hey, when the bullets start flying, when stuff get real, hey man, they gonna flee. They not gonna stand. They gonna take off their fringes and throw it. Hey, Ak, you on your own. Shalom, sis, you on your own. Hey, the Lord said, be wise, man. The Lord said, hey, I got brothers sending me messages right now. You know, Ak, you shouldn't be out there speaking against Esau, man. You could get in big trouble. I got scary man sending me texts now. And you know what they gonna do when stuff hit the fan. And he said, prepare your soul for trouble. All the disciples were prepared to die for this. They knew where this road was leading them to. They knew. They knew that this road was leading to one end. They knew. And it just got hotter and hotter and hotter and hotter. Right? But they didn't quit when the flame rose, man. They didn't stop through affliction, man. They endured, man. And the hotter the flame get, the more demons, man. More demons in that flame, man. You know what I'm saying? And we facing some high level demons, man. It's some demons that know this Bible better than any top apostle that you'll see. And you're gonna find out that this same spirit that was in Saul is in some of these chief men in Israel. That's prophesying with an evil, wicked spirit upon them that want to kill you. Right? Give me Sirach 16:1.
It's the book of Sirach, chapter 16 and verse 1.
Read.
Desire not a multitude of unprofitable children.
Hey man, don't desire a multitude of unprofitable children. You know, and on a spiritual level, what good is it to be around a crowd of wicked men? You got men that want to be around a crowd. They don't care how this man living, right? They don't care if the man dealing in homosexuality. They don't care if the man always smoking weed. He's beating his wife. He don't work. He don't keep commandments. Hey, just come out and stand with me. You got people that desire that. They don't care what these men doing. Just come out. Let's just be a big group. Let's make it look good. Read it again.
Desire not a multitude of unprofitable children.
Hey, that's unprofitable, man. Read.
Neither delight in an ungodly son.
You see that? Don't delight in these ungodly sons, man. Your brothers and sisters that's in wickedness. Hey, you supposed to not want to be around them, right? Because you don't know what tarnish that's going to bring to your name. You being standing with this man, and all of such and such comes out about this man, and he's been standing with you, right? You don't know that this man's a murderer. You don't know that this man behind closed doors is a damn terrorist. He's been making bombs, but he's been standing with you, right? You don't know that this man's been raping children. You see what I'm saying? This man he's been in tax fraud. He's doing all types of wickedness, man. He eats pork. Behind closed doors, he's selling weed. He's selling drugs. He's selling pills. And then he get busted by the feds. And then they show him standing with you because you desire to be with a crowd of men. Unprofitable children. Read that, man.
Though they multiply, rejoice not in them.
Though they multiply, rejoice not in them, right?
Except the fear of the Lord be with them.
Uh-huh.
Trust not thou in their life, neither respect their multitude.
You see that?
For one that is just is better than 1,000.
Read that again. What the Lord say?
For one that is just.
The Most High said, don't desire the multitude. He said, one that is just, read.
It's better than 1,000.
It's better than 1,000. All you need is one. You're going to find out that the Most High don't want the multitude. He don't want the multitude. Give me that, keep reading, and then get 2 Ezra 9:22.
And better is it to die without children than to have them that are ungodly.
Right. Read verse 4.
Verse 4. For by one that hath understanding.
For by one that hath understanding, what?
Shall the city be replenished.
Shall the city be replenished. So the Most High, he's not looking for that big crowd. He don't want the multitude. Give me 2 Ezra 9:22. Read that.
This is the book of 2 Ezra, chapter 9, verse 22.
Read that.
Let the multitude perish.
What did he say?
Let the multitude perish then.
And the Most High said, let the multitude perish then. Read.
Which was born in vain.
And it was born to be destroyed, man. Read.
And let my grape be kept.
And let my grapes.
And let my grape be kept.
And let my grape be kept. You see that? Read.
And my plant.
No, my trees.
And my plant.
And my plant. Read.
For which great labor have I made it perfect.
Right, so the Most High chose certain men and certain women, and he's kept them. Through their whole life, he's been forming them. So, through their whole life, he's been watering them. Through their whole life, he's been giving them a certain amount of sunlight, keeping them from being withered away and devoured. He's been watching over his grape and over his plant. Hey, but the multitude, he don't care about. Right? Give me 2 Corinthians 13:5, man. Give me 2 Corinthians 13:5.
2 Corinthians chapter 13 and verse 5.
Read that.
Examine yourselves, whether you be in the faith.
Right, so every day we wake up, we got to ask ourselves why we doing this, man. That's what you have to do. You have to examine yourself. You have to make sure your motives is pure. You have to ask the Most High to purge you and show you your faults, man. You have to ask that thing. You have to get on your knees and pray towards the east and ask for forgiveness. You have to ask for forgiveness for sins against your brothers where you may offend it. And you got to examine yourself every day. Whether what?
Whether ye be in the faith.
Hey, whether you really in this thing or not, man. Or you going through the motions, man. You can't just get up and go through the motions, man. You a Christian. This religion to you. You don't want to get up and go out on the Sabbath day. You don't want to open up your Bible and read. It's a burden. You religious. You just a Christian. Examine yourself whether you be in the faith. Read.
Prove your own self.
And you have to stop trying to prove other men. Prove your own self. If all Israel just proved their own self, we'd be all right. We'd be in a better condition. You got too many men trying to pull the damn speck out their own eye, and they got a damn plank in their own. That's what you got, man. Wicked, evil Pharisees, man. That's what you're going to find out. And that the Pharisees is being multiplied right now as we speak, man. Read. You got a lot of men that came into this thing, and they said that they would never take money. But now they selling the truth online. You got to pay for it. You got to download such and such app, and then you got to buy the breakdown. You got to buy it. They forgot why they came into this thing. They came into this thing pure-hearted, but then they turned into a damn Pharisee. Because they didn't examine themselves. They didn't look in the mirror and see day to day and ask themselves, hey, why are you truly doing this, man? What's your motives, man? You doing this to get rich? You want to see your people saved? What? You know?
Got a precept.
You got a precept? Bring it out.
It's the book of Revelation, chapter 2 and 4.
Right.
Nevertheless, I have somewhat against ye. Against thee, because thou hast left thy first love.
You see that? You left your first love. You got people that change why their intentions. You started off in love. You started off in pureness. Now it's about profit. Now it's about gains. Now it's about the multitude. Now it's about the crowd. Now you're checking your numbers. Now you going to this camp. Hey, we need more numbers. Right now you're not really reaching out in love and truth. You just want more brothers out here to make you look good. That's what you want. Right? Give me that. And that was wicked. Give me 1 Chronicles 20:21 and 1. 1 Chronicles 21 and 1. Give me that.
1 Chronicles chapter 21 and verse 1. And Satan stood up against Israel.
And that's what happened. That's what happened. The Most High, he make man great. He make woman great. And then next thing you know it, they get prideful. Satan stand up against them. Read.
And provoke David to number Israel.
Now you want to check your numbers. Now it's not about that one sheep and that one soul. Now it's about the multitude. You want the numbers now, right? Read.
And David said unto Joab and unto the rulers of the people, Go number Israel from Beersheba even to Dan, and bring the number of them to me.
Right? I want to know how many men in my camp.
That I may know it.
You see that? I want how many men I got over there. How many men I got in this camp? How many men am I over this? Hey, that's wicked, man. It's not about that one sheep no more. You done lost your first love. Why? Because you would lead, and when it first started, you would lead the 99 and go dive into a motherfucking ditch. Salakia about my language. You would dive into a ditch to get that one sheep. But now you like, forget that sheep. We got 99. You see that? I got 99 with me. What's one sheep? What's one lost soul? What's one brother? Hey, forget that brother. Forget that brother. Forget that sister. Right? It's me, mine, and no more. Right? Give me, watch what happened though. Read verse 7.
Verse 7. And God was displeased with his thing.
What was God?
And God was displeased with his thing.
Hey, the Most High gonna check up on you, man. See, the Most High see. The Most High is watching. He knows your heart. He gonna check up on you. He gonna get with you. Read.
Therefore he smote Israel. And David said unto God, I have sinned greatly, because I have done this thing.
Right.
But now, I beseech thee, do away in the iniquity of thy servant, for I have done very foolishly.
Right. Read.
And the Lord spake unto Gad, David's seer, saying, Go tell David, thus saith the Lord, I offer thee 3 things. Choose thee one of them, that I may do it unto thee. So Gad came unto David, and said unto him, Thus saith the Lord, choose thee either 3 years famine, or 3 years months to be destroyed before thy foes.
You see that? So, hey, all these things got consequences, man. All these things are not going without vengeance from the Most High, man. It's coming down, man. And all Israel gonna watch, man. All Israel gonna see, just because you hate that one brother. You hate that one sister, right? You lusting over what they got, like David did with Uriah. All Uriah had was one sheep. And David lusted over that sheep. And David had many flocks. Right? You hate this one brother, this small brother in this small town. You hate this sister that nobody know about. Right? And the Most High see it, man. The Most High see it. The Most High see it. Give me 1 Chronicles 12 and 8. Watch this, man. Because a lot of men, they only want weak men under them. They only want yes sir man around them. They're afraid to have another great man stand next to them. They're afraid of that. They're not leaders of men. They're leaders of boys. They leaders of a puppet man. A man that go iron clothes and shit. I got your coffee. I've earned your clothes. Your drawers are hanging up. That's the type of man they want around them. Man that just always compliment them. Oh, yeah. They don't want mighty men around them. Devout man. These men are not like our forefathers. Those are the only type of men our forefathers wanted around them. They wanted mighty men around them. Right? Men that was just, or maybe even greater than them. But they wasn't named like that. The Most High he didn't raise up their name. But some of these men was doing the same feat David was. They was doing the same mighty works David was. Some of these men might have been tougher than David. Some of them. When you read the accounts, man, Abner was tough, man. Right? Give me that. 1 Chronicles 12 and 8.
1 Chronicles chapter 12 and verse 8.
Read.
And the Gadites there separated themselves unto David.
The Gadites separated themselves to David, right? So these are the type of men David was drawn. Read.
into the wilderness, into the wilderness. Men of might.
Men of might. Read.
And men of war.
And men of war.
Fit for the battle.
Fit for the battle. Right? These was dangerous men. You see what I'm saying? These wasn't these wasn't the type of man that was gonna go get you some coffee. These wasn't the type of man that you could just, hey man, hey, I said do this. Hey, hey, let me borrow your wife. These weren't that type of man. These were mighty men. These men that kill you without batting their eyes, man. Read.
That could handle shield and buckler.
They could handle shield and buckler. Read.
Whose faces were like the faces of lions.
You see, these is mighty men. These are stern men. Hey, man, you don't want to look. Hey, the lion got that look in his eye, man. You know he only thinking about murder. He only thinking about what he can kill, devour, and eat. Right? You see that? Now give me a second. Is more on that?
Yeah.
Read.
And were swift as the rose upon the mountains.
Hey, these was mighty men. Some of these men could kill 300. What do you tell a man that can kill 300 men in one fight by himself? I mean, what can you really tell him? Can you boss him around? Can you smack him around? Can you point your finger in his face? One man that can, hey man, that man could kill 300 men by himself. You really can't tell that man nothing. He has to choose to follow you, right? Your heart, your mind has to be alike. When he look at you, he see a man that's not jealous of him, right? And that's what type of man David was. He didn't care how great you was. Hey, let's go kill these Philistines. And that's what we got to get to as a people. We got to stop looking at our brothers with jealousy and envy because this man might be great. Hey, the Lord might have his hands on this man. The Lord might have his hands on that sister. Hey, y'all, we need one another. You need to encourage her. She needs to encourage you. That's how our people got to be. But soon somebody see greatness, they try to cut it off. David, and they the first person they want to go to David. They want to go to Samuel. They want to quote the scriptures of David. But they nothing like David. These men didn't make David uncomfortable. You got certain men, hey, if they perceive this man to be greater than they are, and then they uncomfortable. They don't want this man around. They like the woman. They like the moderate girl. She's really not fine. She's moderate, but she needs ugly chicks to be around her to make her look good. You got a lot of brothers out here like that in the truth, right? They not manly men. They borderline effeminate, jealous, and envious. Those are women-like emotions, traits. We got that. I don't know where that shit come from, man. Our forefathers was men of war. And if you was a man of war, hey, you was saluted, man. If you was great, you was saluted. You know? Drop down to 1.
Verse 1.
Read that.
Now, these are they that came to David to Ziklag, while he yet kept himself close, because of Saul, the son of Kish. And they were among the mighty men, helpers of the war.
You see that?
They were armed with bows, and could use both the right hand and the left hand.
This is a mighty man.
In hurling stones and shooting arrows.
You see that? Hey, some of these men could do more than David could do.
Out of a bow.
You see that? Hey, these men they could kill you with both hands, man. I'm talking about man that was cold-blooded. Hey, but these men didn't make David intimidated. You know, these was great men, kings coming from afar, right? But they was drawn to David. Why? Because they knew David was a warrior, man. He wasn't the type of man that you could come around and then you gonna feel that is this dude jealous? I thought you was a warrior. What is this jealousy and envy I'm picking up off of you? And those mighty men would have left and went back to where they came from. You know? But but that's with that we gonna say shalom, man. Hey, we gotta look out for these Pharisees. Hey, guard your heart, man. Guard your heart. Give me that, Judah.